winter now in the greenhouse, and most of the collection, the Sarracenias, they look like this, like a bit brown, a bit green, but in general, like you can see the pictures. Purpureas maybe the least affected by winter because their pictures last longer, some of them more, and then there is one that is an exception. This thing here that looks like a disaster. This is Sarracenia aureophylla, and actually from late summer on it starts to look more and more like this. All of its pictures are dry, and they are all replaced by just these weird leaves here, weird structures. They're not actually leaves, they're phyllodia. Phyllodia are, well, basically they function as leaves. They are made from leaves, but okay, let's step back. In evolution, first you have a normal leaf, plant leaf that just does photosynthesis. Like, I don't know, these are leaves. These are leaves. And those are all leaves. In Sarracenias, the leaves get curled up, you know, they form this tube all of a sudden that functions as a trap. This we also see here, the normal Sarracenia pictures. But then with Sarracenia aureophylla, actually with some others too, these leaves or the plant, like, or I don't know, whatever, decided that okay, we don't need them for part of the year, but still we need to do photosynthesis. So let's just go back, let's make leaves out of pictures. And this is how you get phyllodia. Very simplified, but basically that's it. So what are you supposed to do with this plant in winter? Simple, you just need to clean it out. Just go by hand, just pull all of the stuff out. Don't worry, it's like just not attached because it's dry. It will just go with you, and just remove it, just so your plant has plenty of air and as much light as it can get. Aha, you see here I grabbed, you see the difference? Actually this is interesting. So I grabbed the picture and it just tore off at the rhizome. I grabbed the phyllodia, sorry, is tore off at the rhizome, while the picture, which is totally dry, it just went away. Maybe some of them would even have more tissue at the end, but basically they just go. See, they don't break away from the rhizome. Something like this isn't really let's focus. Something like this isn't really harmful for the plant. It happens, no worries about it. Okay, just go, continue cleaning it, all the old flowers, all the old pictures, until your plant is nice and clean. This is how you will get more air in, prevent like any like fungus, mold, even like for any sort of insect pests. It will be much less likely that you will have an infestation or something we are developing in here. You see what is growing underneath. I have peat moths here. It just for aureophylla, it just sort of like seems a nice combination. For most of them I don't have the peat moss around. This one just, I don't know, to me it looks cool, and they don't bother each other. Plus I have a supply of peat moss here. Okay, still this part like this. Some moss will go along with it, but what can we do? Okay, more or less, like you can go and just take out everything else. So Sarracenia produce the phyllodia in late summer, and they stay over the winter. And apart from Sarracenia aureophylla, which is famous for its phyllodia, there are two other species that make them. One of those two is Sarracenia flava. This is all of these guys here. This is what the phyllodia look like in flava. They are bigger than Oreophyllus, they are tall, and they are not curved. In Oreophylla you saw they are sickle shaped. The third species that makes phyllodia is Sarracenia leucophylla. This is this one with the white pitchers. The phyllodia here are these guys. This is a pitcher, this is a phyllodia. So the phyllodia here are tall, they are narrow, basically they are lens shaped. So even like by the shape of the phyllodia you can pretty much tell which species it is, even if you don't see the pictures. Of course, any hybrids of the three species, they might have phyllodia or they might not have them. Usually if it's an Oreophylla hybrid, like Altair here, these guys usually do form phyllodia. The other ones, sometimes yes, sometimes no, or sometimes it's just maybe just a bit wider leaves, like the wider margin on the leaves. But for Oreophylla hybrids, even like for these new ones here, you just see that they all do have them. So if you enjoy learning about what phyllodia are, please consider liking and subscribing, and follow us for more.